Lisa, did you hear the explanation about
No,
the tether?
I wasn't on SPL.
Okay.
So we have to be stretched out when we're going down. So we want Argus to be over the target, but Herc needs to be stretched out. When I get to the bottom, I'll back up underneath Argus. So
See, I think we'll be perfect. We're close.
yeah, it's going to take us 2 minutes to get to the target. So
Now we like it. Ready, set, go.
I mean, once we get there.
Once we get there.
To the bottom.
You can see the oxygen levels are sort of flattening out at very low. For people who can't see the oxygen records, we're in the middle of the oxygen minimum zone at about 1% oxygen saturation or 3 micromolar.
How different is that from when we were closer to the surface?
An order of magnitude, 2 orders of magnitude different.
Wow.
So it's 100 times higher at the surface. It was almost 300 micromolars, 250 to 300 at the surface, and now it's what? Yeah, 1%, 3 micromolar. So it's very low, but we still see animal life in the water. A lot of animals migrate down from the surface into the oxygen minimum zone during the day to avoid predators and save energy. There's vast migrations that occur at dawn and dusk.
How are they respiring in such low oxygen concentrations?
Well, they have very low metabolic rates, but they also have high affinity hemoglobin and are able to take up what little oxygen there is. That's why so many animals that live in the oxygen minimum zone are red, because of hemoglobin.
That's very interesting.
Although the crustaceans have red pigments anyway, so some of them.
You'd make very good Sherpas.
Yeah.
What? They make very good Sherpas.
They do. This is sort of the equivalent. It's a good example. It's the equivalent of climbing Mount Everest for people, where the oxygen is very thin, and for animals living down here, they're also in extreme oxygen conditions.
Good analogy, Bob. I like it. This is NAVG. Only Bob gets to see that one.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
only kidding.
What's the problem?
I ain't got a button for that one.
Oh, it's called ROVNAV. ROV
Yeah.
NAV.
ROVNAV.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'll want it. Thank you.
Should be about 100 meters off the bottom. So
You know, what's happening here?
200-meter interval still. Change the range?
No, we're just not picking it up. Oh, I don't know. What's that one? Dynamic range. Higher or lower?
see how the density of life is sort of picked up again with little things? I think there's basically a demersal zooplankton that hangs out closer to the bottom.
Which way is the slope? Am I more down slope from where we're going?
Going
That
that way, yep.
Okay.
So all the targets are gonna creep us up. And it's, I mean, it looks, it's not that slopey. It's only, I think, 0 to 30. 30 is the max on the color ramp.
So we're not picking up any bottom yet, or getting Doppler beams.
Well, yeah, we also did the pick pretty fast, so if it's a little bit different, I wouldn't be totally surprised.
Is it cool if I just draw a big black line across and start a new dive at the bottom?
Are we?
There's no more.
Oh man.
Make that printer work, man.
Yeah. Printer's got to get working.
I couldn't print this morning. I blame it on you.
Oh my God.
It jinxed me.
Does
But no,
the
go ahead, sorry.
does the ship generate a bottom depth reading that we see anywhere?
The ship does not. They do have an echo sounder, but it's not meant to go to these kind of depths anyway. So usually if we want to check bottom, we just run the multi-beam over the area before we launch. So about 1,000 meters should be right, but I don't know, we might have
We're just
picked the wrong point.
starting to get some Doppler hits. Somebody's monkeyed with this.
But prior to launch, we turn off all echo sounders so we don't interfere with the USBO. And we're starting to pick up DVL, so that means we're pretty close.
So 70. We can. Yeah, here we go.
So what's that saying?
Saying 60.
All right. Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, we got Doppler, and yeah, we're good.
No reason to panic.
Everybody's agreeing.
I like when that happens.
So you can come all stop at 30.
Okay. The suspense is killing me. I'm so excited.
So this rather annoying thing I'm doing with HiPAC is just the only way we can clear trails. So we kind of get a clean slate. So if you see me doing this, that's what's happening. And then we don't have that crazy mishmash all over the screen.
Although it was kind of fun to see all the all the places.
Only some of it's completely dependable too, so I'd rather like clear it.
Yeah,
but once we start actually traversing, we try not to clear it because that's kind of our only real record of where we were.
Okay.
At least real time. We of course have a post process.
Yeah. I'll stop.
And you can engage
Auto
auto
heading.
heading. Yeah.
We really are close to 1,000.
And then can you bring your heading around to point at me?
Yeah.
Can you look up those red jellies or pass over the manual?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're in there, the little ones. Looks like there might be some cucumbers in the water. Salps, irisol.
tilt up.
Gonna switch this over to DVL, okay?
Yep.
Okay, thank you for reminding us. You're gonna, I really only needed you to come up during the, you didn't have to stay up for the whole descent, but you should be here when we get to the bottom and core.
I lied, I'm not gonna do it till I reach.
So I've been asked to remind the front row that we're
We
also
can
gonna
start
wanna
coming down now.
Niskin when we core.
Did you copy that?
Sorry, what?
Go ahead again, Lisa, sorry.
I kind of, I'm sorry, I need to
We'll
get all
wait.
squared away here before we
Yep, no worries.
jump into that.
Noted, and we'll remind when we get back down, all the way down.
So we'll shoot for a delta of like 15, 17-ish.
Okay.
To 20,
Okay.
depending on how far out I am.
Right. More delta if we're closer together, less
Yep.
delta if you're out in front.
Yep.
See those little red jellies that keep popping through?
Bottom.
Yep, you see the bottom.
Hey.
Looks like there's a lot of sea pins and brittle stars. It's okay. Log, please.
And tube cores.
Yeah, lots of sea pigs. Scotoplanes are these little transparent sea cucumbers. So ophiuroid sea pens, sea pigs, there might be some urchins. We'll let them get settled. Are you okay to core here, Paul? Looks like a pretty rich place, actually. Lots of animal life, pretty high densities. We're at the base of the Patton Escarpment. Potentially a lot of good food comes rolling down the slopes to this area. And there must be a current with all these sea pens.
I need a DVL reset.
Okay to do it?
Yeah, because
Yep.
the auto XY is going nuts.
Sure, no problem. All right, resetting.
So the depth 1002.8.
Good?
Yep. We're good.
Much better.
So the sea cucumbers are the ones on the bottom, Devin? And they are not penniagonies.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you were writing about, but oh, somebody wrote, please slurp.
Yeah, that's Greg.
Greg wants one of the penniagonies. Okay, so they are.
I think these might actually be the scotoplanes sea pigs.
They are,
Yeah.
but I did see a penniagony on the way down, so Greg, if you're listening, you can clarify which sea cucumber you want, the planktonic ones or the benthic scotoplanes. And I think we probably could get a whole sea pen if we wanted one, but let's do the coring before we do any collections.
Okay.
So we're just setting up now for white balance for video.
Oops. Sorry.
So Greg says he thinks the sea cucumbers on the bottom are pennyagonies. So they're doing the white balance, which they always do for their cameras at the beginning of the dive.
Can you look at the arm? All right, that's good. That's good.
So a lot of sea cucumbers down there. See them all?
Okay, so what are we doing?
We'd like to take 5 push cores and an associated Niskin sample here, and then we've had a request to collect the sea cucumber, a brittle star by suction.
All right.
Oh, is that a fish? Yep.
Yeah. Did you want to zoom on it?
Sure. We'll take a
You can zoom in now?
Yep, we'll get a picture and maybe our video people can grab a photo of that. Grab that.
Yeah, can you hold there?
Sorry. Let me,
It's real, but very motionless. I don't know if this is some kind of grenadier.
All right, good capture.
all right.
Steve, do you know what fish that is?
I'm coming out wide. I'm looking now.
He's not really in a good profile there.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a great, not a great profile.
It's okay.
You guys happy to
We're
do our
happy
sampling here?
we are.
Okay.
I think, Paul, can you confirm that you want your cores not over any of these big animals? You want the cores to not include animals? Just sediment. Yeah.
How many are we doing?
5.
Okay.
Oh, Meredith Everett's telling us that's a sablefish. So that's Anaploma fimbria, also known as black cod.
Did you want a better
They're
picture?
harvested in some places.
You can zoom in now?
Delicious.
So these look like Halipterus sea pens, and Meredith can correct me if I'm wrong.
Greg thought pennyagony. I thought scotoplanes.
For sea pens.
Oh, the sea pens.
Yeah,
not
not the sea pigs.
cucumbers. What are they again? Which type?
The sea pens are Halipterus.
Okay, can you
Okay,
record
zoom
that,
out
please,
now.
Devin?
Yeah, I got it. It's
Look.
spelled exactly as it sounds.
All right,
Okay,
critter free spot.
critter free.
I'm not seeing it.
Maybe there, a little to the starboard.
Steve, is it HALYPTERUS?
HALIPTERIS.
Polypterus is the type of sea
Where's
pen.
the current flowing here?
And Meredith might even be able to write it in the chat if she's still on.
She wrote they look like they're funiculina,
Okay. I would go
but
with her
they
ID.
could be Polypterus, so.
It's tough to tell.
Wow. Like we don't have a lot of current here, or it's in my back.
Bob, do you prefer to put all the cores in at one time before you start pulling them out?
Yeah. Yep. I'd rather do that. Then you don't stir up the bottom when you're doing them.
There's also some small thorny head fish. Red fish you'll see in the, I think we're right on top of one right now.
There's one off from the distance support.
Yep, there's a thorny head out there too.
Would these be long spined or short spined? The deeper
Can't tell
ones?
at this distance.
These things seem to be pretty evenly distributed on the bottom here.
Right, so
Everywhere.
so the cores just need to be not over an animal,
Yeah.
just the sediment.
What size animal?
Visible?
That's true. They're over animals no matter what you do.
At about 3 o'clock, there's a Holipter or Umbellula sea pen too. So that looks like a puffball on the stick.
Umbellula.
Yeah.
You could just
You want me to spell that for you, Devin?
poke
Yes,
them randomly
please.
around, right?
UMBELULA. I
Can we
forget
double
if there's
L,
double
now?
L's. Umbellu. I think there's double L. Lula.
That's pretty.
That looks like, oh, that looks like an Anthomastus. Beautiful. That's what you're saying is the Umbellula.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the sea pens here look really, really healthy. Look large.
Well fed.
Yeah, well fed. So that's a great close up. Sure we can get some captures of that.
Yeah, got him.
Great. One of those
Very-
polyps looks like it's a little
Coming
No,
back,
no.
retracted.
coming back for more.
Okay.
There you go, just push them out of the way.
I think that's cheating. This stuff's really flocculent. Oh my god.
There might be some seagrass. You see these S-shaped strands in the sediment? There's some seagrass falls here. Seagrass or kelp.
I see some stringy things.
Yeah.
That's
Should we just
probably
pick a
seagrass.
spot, any spot?
Yes,
here?
please.
Let's go up here. Sort of big central though. Well, I think there's enough room to get 5 in there.
You can push the sea cucumbers out of the way too.
Okay.
They just blow on them and they'll move.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Bob,
Yep.
if we're going to want a Niskin here, is it going to be a cleaner Niskin if we take it first? Paul's shaking
Yeah, well,
his
you
head
see,
yes.
I've kind of stirred this up, but yeah, definitely before we pull the cores out. So we could wait a second. In fact, I kind of need a bio break. So if we could just sit here for a moment.
Sure. Standing by. How many core tubes do we have on the vehicle now?
11.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 11.
So 5 of them, I mean, the first 5 numbered are on the starboard bio box.
Yeah.
I don't know what order they want to put them in at, but
Yep.
I would assume numerically.
A milk crate full there in the front?
Yeah, that's 6 through 11 up front.
Yep.
So you can see the oxygen's super low here, but it's not bothering these animals. Oh, that's really a lot of sea cucumbers. My guess is that there's a lot of food available. Where is she? Meredith, can you put where you're from in the science chat? Kira wants to know. I've forgotten. She collects water on a lot of. Meredith, Kira wants to know where you're from or what institution you're at. She's at NOAA, Northwest Fishery Science Center. Thank you. After the course, yeah.
Okay, so Niskin.
Was it just one Niskin? I'm sorry. Lost track.
Yeah, can we do a Niskin first?
Yeah,
Just one
I'm going to
Niskin?
do it right now.
Okay, thank you.
You want me
Yes,
to change your
just one.
starboard bio box
We'll-
cam to port rail
We'll
cam
want
to look
our
like a Niskin?
Niskins by the rocks.
Yeah, we need to
direction.
see them.
Yeah.
Wait, stand by. What was that,
Remember?
Lisa? Okay, guess we're good.
So that's our first sample. They're all color coded. Steve, do you know what color Niskins? Oh, they're in their numbers.
You can bring the Niskin thing up on your monitor over there. Let's just select, nope. In the row, there'll be, it says, I don't know.
Port bio.
Port bio, yeah. There you go. And you can see.
I was looking at yours up there.
That's a little bit bigger so you can
Yes.
see it
We
better.
don't know which one
like
he's
it,
going to
yeah.
take, though. So
I'm going to take number 1.
can take one.
Yeah. You watching?
Yeah.
Watching. Yep, caught it.
Good. All right, that was number 1.
Thank you.
Steve, that's 001 for sample number.
Got it.
That was more of a question. Just confirming.
So which cores do you want to do? The front ones or the side ones?
Whatever you want to fill first. Your choice. We
I'll
don't
do
care.
the hard ones.
You sure?
What a guy.
Okay, so can you follow me around with the
Bubble.
bubble?
Yeah.
And then
I changed the.
Al, can you zoom in on the Argus view? And then get off of the Niskins over to the...
All right, time out.
Do you want me to hit that to sample when you're
Yeah.
sampling?
You can hit it now. And then starboard drawer out.
See the fish on his, on
Hydraulic,
the side.
sample tray out.
That's good. I think. What we got for depth 4 is 9.
Aaron, if I can't see the cores that well, so if you just tell us the number and color that he pulls, that's helpful.
We can work together on that. Do you know which ones they are?
That's
Kylie?
why I looked at you like that.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, I didn't recall.
Data has a map.
I think the one you're grabbing right now is 5. I think 1 is the furthest one away.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
Is that position forward, starboard?
That's forward starboard, yes.
Okay, I think that's push core number 1.
That is number 1, I can confirm.
That was number 1?
Yep, you'll see it when it comes into the main HD view, that, you know, the tape more clearly.
Okay, can we switch back to dive?
Nice Argus shot.
That is yellow tape around it?
Yes.
And Al, can we zoom in? Is that a good spot?
Yep. See it.
And data logger, you're going to want to take a few captures of this as well as it goes in.
Got it.
And tell me when here on the insertion.
That's probably fine.
There? Yeah. Okay.
How deep does your lab need the cores?
A good core will get you about 25 centimeters if it all stays in.
It seems pretty silty though. I don't know.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the lower layers are a little more compacted.
Lisa, can you remind me how you'd like us to write this sample ID?
So we think that's deep enough?
Push core 1,
Okay.
yellow.
Okay. Coming around.
So do you want us to try for a little more penetration with the core to get more sediment, or you prefer it as is?
Well, let's just take the next, you're going to put all 5 in, right? So
Yep.
let's just push them down as, you know, as far as you can go without too much
Okay.
Risk of breaking the tubes, you know.
Oh, we're not going to break the tubes. It's just, you know, you don't like to over-sample the core, right?
Right. You definitely
Oh.
don't want it oozing out the top.
Yeah. Well, it's I could push that in more because I think it's going to suction a little bit out. So, okay, so can we switch over to?
Yep.
Since he's putting all the cores in at once and not pulling them out until he's done, push them all in, it would be fine to record a single recovery time for each core. I mean, the same recovery time and water depth and location for this whole group of cores. Okay, in other words, I'm not sure you need to enter each number now. What really matters is whether we recover it
Right.
successfully.
Okay, can we switch back? Okay, Al, can you zoom in?
It's fine. Anywhere.
We good there?
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to do, so. We bump this one in a little bit.
It's good.
Ready to go back?
Yep.
That brittle star is making the slowest escape possible. Like an inch at a time. I'm getting out of here.
They're going to do all of them.
Is that push core 2?
That was push core 2, yes.
Thank you.
It's really, gripper's really slow. The extra dust isn't really helping me here.
Fish are clearly interested in what Bob's doing.
Oh yeah, you got a little audience there.
Oh, God.
Hey guys.
All right, allow. Right there.
Yeah, sure. Anywhere.
That's core 003.
Can you switch over again? a sec. Too much dust.
But they're not really taken yet until they are removed and put in the quiver is when we actually consider them a recovered sample.
Yeah, you don't want to count your poultry.
I type them here, but I don't hit OK until they're recovered. That's my personal philosophy.
Stay positive. I like that.
Yeah, but don't count your chickens before before they're in the tube thing.
Okay, zoom in now.
Don't count your push cores before they're in the quiver. I think
That's
we have a new
right.
one.
Exactly.
Definitely an idiom.
Okay.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Sample, yep.
So with Paul in the lounge, is he able to talk on SPL?
Yes, you should be, yeah.
The comms panel looks exactly the same downstairs, same buttons, just not on a headset.
Okay, so Paul, since you're listening, why don't you tell the people, the public, and everybody else what you plan to do with those push cores, why you want them, if you're listening.
Oh, you're unmuted.
Yeah, hey Lisa, this is Paul. You want a description of what we want the cores for?
Yeah, tell the people watching us what you plan to do with them.
Yeah, so we're interested in the bacterial communities that live in these sediments. And so
I'm going to do this one in the back. It's in the shadows there.
so we want to know
Cooler.
there.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, so we happy with that core?
Yeah, it looks to me like the airspace didn't fill much with sediment on that last one, but it's really hard to tell. Could you see the sediment go in there?
Well, I think so.
Okay, then let's recover it.
I mean, we'll see when we pull it out.
Yep.
So I kind of want to probably go quick here.
Yep, let's take it.
Okay.
Oh, looks good.
Ooh.
Looks great.
There's a little octopus in the shoulder cam there. Like a baby one. Oh, you see him over near the bio box? Oh, you just went up. Went north.
Lovely.
It's not an oval yet. Okay.
All right, that's good recovery.
Going for 4.
Get over the top.
Yay.
Oh, all right.
Do the sediments sometimes fall out once they're in the quiver, or once they're in there, are they?
They're corked up, so once I get them in there and then I push down on them, they're plugged up.
I have a question.
On the Olympic Coast Cruise, when we were doing coring around kind of methane-rich areas, they're off-gassing quite a bit coming up. That was interesting to watch.
That one's not nearly as deep.
Well, it'll be fine if you can keep it.
Yeah.
The start time was 16:32 for the coring.
Hey, zoom in on. Oops.
I don't think we need to make any specific sediment observations here. Is there anything geological that we should say about them?
Not that I can say. I mean, we can describe the color and the apparent texture.
Uh-oh. Can you push the drawer out more?
No problem. Hydraulic sample tray out. More?
That's probably okay. I think I was hanging up on the block. Oop, yep, hanging up on the block. I'm in there now. Get in the hole.
I'm wondering whether this area is also called the San Diego Trough, or are we in a separate place? It looks a lot like both Catalina Basin and San Diego Trough.
You mean this area at the base of the
It's
Patton Escarpment?
where we are. I think the trough's closer inshore. And we're further north, we're not at San Diego, so.
Yeah, I think so.
But the fauna looks really similar and the depths are identical.
Okay.
Was that yellow tape on push core 1?
Yes.
Yeah, they're tie wrap.
I mean, one issue I can see, I don't think there'll be many animals in the sediment, but they're all flowing over the biobox inserts. All that sediment has been released. So it could be a reason not to take those cores first of future dives.
All right, drawer in.
Drawer in.
Well done.
That's all right. I can see it in the other one. All the way in, or?
Yeah, all the way in.
Yeah, all the way.
Okay, and then we're slurping. Is that the scene?
Yes, we'd like to suction up one cucumber.
Okay.
And maybe a brittle star. Greg, if I take it you still want these, maybe you can chime in from the lounge.
What jar is this going in?
Go ahead, Bridge. 1 through 3 for sample jars have
Greg is asking.
smaller micron.
Greg
filter.
wants 2 cucumbers.
Okay.
Can I have the camera on the bucket?
Can we switch to bucket cam?
Yes.
Greg, do you want us to take the time to pick up a brittle star and put it in the bio box?
We've got to turn that camera on first.
Harbor bucket. How do I?
It should come up on the, you gotta switch, you gotta select that. So you go cameras and then bucket.
Oh, forgot that you can only
And
have
then
one or the other.
Yeah, and turn off the other one. Yep,
Gotcha.
there you go.
So we want one of the course, we want to put it in either 5, 6, or 4, 5, 6, or 7.
Okay.
So sample jar forward.
Yeah.
Those have a
You gotta-
coarser mesh.
Hold it down.
Yeah, that's the good position, right? That view.
Yeah.
So you want it to snap into that position, not if it's sideways or off to the right. That's no good. So yeah, I guess go to 4.
Oops, sorry.
Yep, that's perfect right there. Okay, so that's jar 4.
Size 4 here.
And then hydraulic number 6.
Number 6, yep.
Yeah, that
We
one.
we
For-
just have a
for how much
request
suction?
for a close-up of a sea cucumber before you
Yep.
suck it up.
And I can turn a little bit here, maybe.
So, Al, video.
Yep, as soon as Bob gives me the okay, I'll push in.
Yeah, he's just turning so you get a bit of a better
Okay,
view.
zoom in now.
Oh, those would be a good a pair to shoot for, to try to collect.
All right.
All right, good capture.
Okay, zoom out. All right,
Those
okay, give me the
sediment tubes
beans.
are also
How
interesting.
many beans? Like 10%? 30?
Well, let me... I guess we should run the beans to get rid of the dust here. Looks like we took a sediment core with the...
Do you want me to switch the
Just
to flush?
give it full beans. It'll be okay. I think it's just dirt.
We've got to change the
Up to
label.
70%?
You go 100%.
100 beans, really?
100 beans.
All the beans.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
All right, going in.
There he
Oh,
goes.
okay. Roller coaster he never signed up for.
His friend.
Oh, man.
All right, we got them.
Well, they're not in the jar
Yeah,
yet.
check
Oh.
the jar.
You're on.
Oh, there he is, sorry. What was that sound?
There they
Okay.
are.
Kill the beans.
Sorry, no.
What jar did those go into?
Sorry.
Those are number 4.
Startled me.
Sure, the internet loved that.
So those were I think they're scotoplanes.
Oh, and then we're
Scoto.
getting the starfish, and where's that going?
All right, so that was 2 scotoplanes in jar 4.
Yes.
Lisa, do we still want to go for the brittle stars, or are we?
No, I think what we, Greg suggested we just go ahead and move to our first waypoint. We want to get to hard ground. I
Right.
concur. These are really going to be short dive days that are going to zip by, so we'll have to be pretty efficient.
Okay, so all that occurred pretty much around H. We're in a very good vicinity. So the next waypoint is I. It's about 640 meters away.
640.
Yeah.
But these are just to guide us, and as soon as we get into hard ground, we're going to want to start looking around.
Absolutely. And you could stop us at any point.
But this was a nice spot.
Worked well for the coring for sure.
Yeah. Good fish.
All right, what's the bearing?
Bearing's going to be 240. I assume, well, we can start with the bigger stuff to get moving, and then as things start to change, that's when you're going to want to sample and look around again, correct?
Yeah. I mean, normally I'd say to do a transect, but we want our transects over hard ground. So,
Okay. So move until we start seeing hard stuff?
Yep.
All right, okay to go?
Yep.
Bridge nav. Can we get a 20-meter step bearing 240?
Where'd you go?
I'll come over under you. You just point 240.
Okay.
If you can.
So you're really
Yeah,
far away.
I can do that.
Well, I can't see nothing now.
Well, I'm going to zoom back in. I'm just giving you an indication of where you're going.
Yeah.
It's way down
Way
there.
out there.
Okay. Now that that's clear, we'll zoom in.